Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to just do a little bit of an overview of the heliocentric model and how it compares to the binary star geoaxial Tychos model that I am using in binary star astrology. And I'm going to just go as far as a very beginner level and get to the point of the Vesica Piscis. But let's start with the heliocentric model. So in the heliocentric model, the sun is here in the middle. And my sun is red, but I don't have an orange marker. And we'll make Earth blue, as it usually is. And in the heliocentric model, Earth is going around the sun. And along with Earth is Venus, and, Mercury and Venus, and then Mars out here, and Saturn and Jupiter. And as you keep going out, there are more rings going around the sun. And, today is the sun is in Aquarius, so I'll put Aquarius here. And so in this model, we are standing here on Earth and we're looking at the sun, and the constellation of Aquarius is there. In tropical astrology, it might be slightly off because it's based on the tropics, which are Cancer and Capricorn, and the perspectives from here. So everything in the north and south, north stars would be like Polaris, and south stars would be like I don't know them that well because I'm not in that side of the world, but you guys in Australia will know. So from our perspective, we see the sun in Aquarius, and this would be Leo. But every night we see the North Star twinkling over here in the north, Polaris. But Polaris isn't always in Leo. So the whole thing is moving around, and we move around and see different perspectives. But the stars, unless the stars are moving at the same speed of Earth, and they're always there for us to view at the same speed, then this doesn't work. And there are other reasons that it doesn't work. And then one of the main reasons is Mars, which Mars is out here in another ring. And Mars has, put Mars over here, a 707-day sidereal cycle. Sidereal means measured against the stars here, or a star. It will come back to that same star. And it does that 8 times, 7 or 8 times, or 8 times. But in between those 7 or 8 times, it does it in 500, I think it's 546 days. So nothing in the heliocentric model can explain that. It would mean that Mars would have to speed up in a random year within this whole cycle and do the whole cycle in a shorter period of time, but then speed up. And they do say Mars speeds up and slows down, but they are often talking about Mars going into different signs when it does that, as it makes its way through For instance, I think Leo, it spends more time. It spends more time in some signs and less time in others, they say. So this whole model doesn't work. There's a lot of holes in it. So I'll just erase this. So then we have the Tychos model, which is a binary star system. And in that we have the sun. So I'll put the sun here. And Mars. And then here is Earth. And I'm just going to make this a perfect circle because you can see already this Vesica Piscis forming. So they say we are all stardust and that everything came from our solar star being birthed. And in the birth process, many stars, many binary stars, and there are many, many binary star systems, almost all of them that are close to us, and then they don't know about the ones further out, but all of them that are close to us are binary stars, and they look like this. And they have, like Sirius A and B are an example of this, and they believe, they haven't seen it yet, but they believe Sirius C is in the center here. So it'd be very similar to our system. Now in this model, when Mars travels around and the sun travels around, from our perspective, it does account for that short period of time of 556 days, I believe it is. And it's the only model that explains that. And it also explains why, the stars could very well be, spinning around with us at the same speed, but they seem more fixed. And Earth does have an orbit. The entire system has an orbit, which is called the PVP orbit. And it's exactly the same as the precession of the equinox. So it's 25,000, let me just check. Yeah, want to get it right. 344,000 years. Polaris, Vega, Polaris. So basically, all of this shifts to Polaris, where we're at now, then goes to Vegas, and then comes back as it orbits around its own orbit, which is really long. And so I really embrace this model because it makes sense of so many things from an astronomical point of view, but also from an astrological point of view. Because in astrology, we have this initial duality that happens in, we can call it masculine and feminine, light and dark, yin and yang, whatever it is. And to me, it represents Mars and Sun and their relationship to each other. And this integration of these binary elements happens when we fully integrate that within ourselves. We're here on Earth. And then we have this ability to connect with the divine. And in fact, we see this Vesica image with Jesus, Buddha, with many, many religions, where this coming together is connected to, at least in Western thought, Christ consciousness. And that is drawing together these two energies, masculine and feminine, and it's reflected in our solar system, which is in the Tychos model. I'll spell it. A binary star system. So that's our starting point. That is the starting point of as above, so below, and getting a grasp on integrating those energies. And we've been very disconnected from this. We've been very disconnected from the masculine energy. And we almost don't have any access to it because we don't even know how it properly operates. And it's been very ignored, and it's gotten very, patriarchal and in a very dysfunctional way. And our sun, and you'll notice that I've called it feminine here, in many cultures and places in the past, the sun has been considered to be feminine, and I consider it to be feminine in this model because the sun is connected to Leo and to the fifth house. It's creativity, and creativity, birthing something, children, that sort of thing. Creations are very much feminine. However, we all have feminine and masculine within us, and so this isn't, to further divide any of these aspects. And that is the idea, is to recognize that we have both of these within us and to find ways of integrating them within. So in the next video, I will talk about the moons because they provide access to integration. And so that will be in our next episode, but I'll leave it here for now. So thanks for joining me for this introductory lesson on the Tychos model and the binary star astrology and the key to sacred love. All right, take care.